You I like. It's not the things you wear, it's not the way you do your hair, but it's you I like.
Alrighty guys, I am inside the Heinz History Center here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm doing a couple different vlogs from here. One, I'm going to show you the Heinz History Center, what it's got in here, and we're going to check out some exhibits. But I'm also doing the Mr. Rogers exhibit as its own vlog, just because I want to keep that one on its own. So come with me today. Let's go check out this really cool, highly rated history museum here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Alrighty, what do you see on 4 that I want to show you? Let's take a close look. Yeah, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. And everything in there is authentic, not replica. Let's go check it out. The tree from the set of Mr. Rogers. There's a photo of the set, and there's the tree. Here is Fred Rogers' sweater from approximately 1985. No episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood would have been complete without the sweater. At the beginning of every show, Mr. Rogers, singing his signature song, "Won't You Be My Neighbor," would go to the closet, take out a cardigan sweater and some comfortable sneakers and put them on. At the end of the show, he reversed the ritual. There is the sweater from Mr. Rogers. How incredible is that, you guys? There's a figure of Mr. Rogers. Now, see this door in this set? This isn't just a backdrop. This is the actual set that they used for all those years, and that's the actual door that he came through. As you can see here, this is the living room set of Mr. Rogers. Each episode of the show began with Mr. Rogers walking through the front door and welcoming children to the program by singing "Won't You Be My Neighbor." This is the actual set. And I know we've seen a pair of his shoes in the Smithsonian in Washington. You'll see that in another vlog. But there are the Mr. Rogers Sperry's. There's his shoes that he would tie on. Isn't that incredible? There's King Friday in the castle. So many memories of this. Now, this absolutely gives me goosebumps and relives my childhood. I did another vlog on Mr. Dressup up in Canada. Mr. Dressup, Ernie Coombs, and Fred Rogers worked together. Ernie was an understudy to Fred Rogers. They both came up to Canada. Fred Rogers returned to the US, and Ernie Coombs became Mr. Dressup in Canada. But this just lets me relive my childhood.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? How do you do? Would you take a close look at King Friday the 13th and pretend that you have a puppet on your hand?
There's King Friday. Why isn't there programming like this now? And there's the actual puppets that were used on the show. Do you remember their names? I don't remember all their names, but it's incredible to see this. There's the puppets used on the show, the actual ones. Isn't that incredible? And there's a start of Daniel Tiger. Pretty incredible, right? There's the castle. You can tell that it's not made heavy duty. See where it's bent? But that's what was used to film. And over here, it goes through all the items that are here, all the objects that are left. King Friday's telephone, Henrietta Pussycat's outfit. So there's an outfit from Henrietta Pussycat. There's a phone from Friday, King Friday. There's little furniture. Wow. Absolutely incredible. I didn't realize this was the actual set as well. I thought it was just a backdrop until they told me today that everything in here is from the show, and then I read it in the book. And here's the clothing of Mr. Rogers. There's the Banana Republic suit coat, Liz Claiborne khaki pants, a shirt, and Dr. Scholl dress shoes. Here's a hand-knit sweater. Officer Clemens' jacket from the show. There's the jacket that Officer Clemens would wear on the show. In 1993, after a 10-year absence from the show, Officer Clemens appeared in an episode where he and Fred reenacted their famous foot dip. And there they are reenacting it. Incredible. There's a black button-down shirt. All kinds of ties. Here's a note with the shirt with Fred's handwriting. FR wore these blue shirts every time he taped the interior segments of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And this note came with the shirt. Joanne Rogers gave it or loaned it to them, and Fred Rogers wrote that note. Look at that. Mr. Rogers stole. Fred had a divinity degree from the Pittsburgh Theological Seminary, but he saw the television show as his ministry. This stole is a visible representation of his dual role as a minister and as a television personality. Made by his aunt, Alberta Rogers, Joanne Rogers recalled that Fred used it when he would occasionally preach at the 6th Presbyterian Church. He had a degree from the Pittsburgh Theological Seminary. There's an overcoat and Fred Rogers' monogrammed scarf, Roland's college sweater, a bathrobe, and Bill Perry jumpsuit. When he got home from work, Fred would often put on a jumpsuit to run errands or walk around the neighborhood. His son Jim recounted in the book The Good Neighbor that Fred's clothes ran the gamut from understated elegance to the jumpsuits. They were a zip-up in varying odd colors because he was colorblind and he couldn't really tell. His other son, John, also remembered that Fred would wear a dress shirt, turtleneck, with a suit jacket or a jumpsuit, but neither remembered him wearing his signature cardigans at home. This is what Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, would wear when he was at home. This is absolutely incredible. There's the clothing of Mr. Rogers. Alrighty, guys, what did you think of that? The outfits, clothes, puppets, set, all from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I thought that was so cool, and I'm so glad I got to see that and relive some of my childhood memories. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hit that like and subscribe button below. I always like to say life is like a book, and I want to read it with you. Until next time, guys, peace.